would have thought that a young bachelor, genuinely enjoying eating chips with a pen and a notebook, was actually planning for the most cunning supernatural murderer of all time? Well, if an anime ribbon fashion sense can be featured in some of the biggest news outlets in the world, what else could be so surprising, right? Arguably, anime has the weirdest scenes in the entire history of viewership. In this video, we will present to you the top 10 weirdest scenes in anime history. You may see familiar and unfamiliar animes, but the bottom line is that they embody the spirit of the weirdness. Feel free to comment on your thoughts at the end of this video, and don't forget to give it a like and smash the subscribe button to motivate us to create more anime content. Number 10. Hestias Ribbon fashion sense. Anime fans who love mythology will surely love the series. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Because it is the perfect blend of the two. Despite the interesting plot twists of this anime, there is another plot that they quickly noticed. These are the massive, well-defined two personalities of goddess Hestia. Not because they are extremely big, but because of the weird use of the ribbon that no one sees coming at all. An anime fashion making its way into a newspaper like the Daily Mail is already bizarre enough. It is still kind of amazing, though, when it is as bizarre as a tiny goddess's fashion style. While we're sure many were caught off guard by her heavenly assets, infatuation with Belle, and mile-a-minute mouth, apparently a lot of fans couldn't get over the ribbon under her chest. Hestia's ribbon became so iconic that when they tell otakus about a ribbon under the chest, she's the first idea that comes to their mind. It seemed to serve no function other than to keep her proportions as high as possible. Apparently, some fans took to it and started trying to pull off the same look. Nonetheless, this concept is just another proof of how creatively weird anime can get. Our number 9. Light eating the potato chip while eliminating people. Anime memes explode in the world of the internet. Chances are you've seen some of them once in your life. Doesn't always have to be a mind-blowing, action-packed animation, because sometimes it only takes some short scene about eating chips, and it is already good enough to create an impact that will last for a lifetime. Death Note is one of those animes that has established several memes online, especially their most remarkable Death Notebook. Arguably, one of the earliest anime scenes to ever become prime meme material is the way in which Light Yagami seems to randomly grab and bite down on a potato chip. What's weird about it is that he is munching a potato chip in the middle of committing supernatural mass murder, which is somehow both out of place, yet intrinsically tied to the scene itself. After all, even the infamous gods of the New World like to eat snacks a lot. What makes it so enjoyable is just how into it Light seems to be as he monologues about eating it while writing names in the Death Note. This weirdness won't miss the eyes of the anime fans, prompting the internet to spam the hell out of it. At 8. Orgas Death featuring his final moments. Death is often remarkable because killing an anime character who is loved by the anime fandom is a grave sin. A good example of this is the Donut League in the anime history. Well, since we are talking about weird anime scenes here, let's give it to Orgas Death from the Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans. That's right, remember that heartbreaking death scene where the charismatic leader of Tekkadan was gunned down in the street? Turns out Japanese fans found it so damn hilarious, they decided to meme the hell out of it. From breakdancing, raising all kinds of flags, and flying off into space, Japanese audiences showed Orga no mercy as his bullet-ridden corpse was put through the online ringer over and over again. This has reached the point where Western anime memes were starting to look downright sweet. By comparison, what a bunch of people with hearts of stone. The least we can do is to give credit to Orga for being the first one to embody the art of the Walking Dead. Lucky number 7. Volturb and Weepinbell's sticky situation. Pokémon is one of the most successful anime of all time. It is one of the most successful franchises ever, and it was a staple for millions of people around the globe during their adolescent years. It is one of the most profitable anime that has become a massively successful business. I mean, who doesn't know Pikachu, right? It is also one of the few animes that are good for the general audience, which means it is safe for children to watch this. However, writers or animators might have missed the mark with this one scene that makes the people in the internet laugh so hard and lose their minds. We hate to take a stab at your childhood with this one, But the scene depicted featuring Voltorb and Weepinbell seems rather questionable without any context. This strange scenario came about during episode 47, titled A Chansey Operation. It's obviously not intended to exhibit anything vulgar, but have fun explaining that to your mother as she rapidly reaches for the TV remote. Not to mention, Misty's face says it all. Number 6. Lug Wanting to marry. Dia, his cousin. Cousin loving in any form is very unacceptable for many people, except for some of those royalty who want to keep their wealth within their family range. In anime, attraction to someone closely blood-related to you is already weird, but some anime did not hold back in showcasing this kind of desire. This concept was normalized in the anime The World's Finest Assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. In the scene, when Lug expresses to his father his desire to marry Dia. Realizing the problem with this, his father revealed to him that he and Dia are cousins. However, despite knowing that they are directly blood-related, Lug is not even fazed at all. He still did not change his mind, and his father seems so proud of him because Lug shares the same love interest with him. And just like that, his father gave him his blessing in the relationship that he wants to have for himself. Weird. Number 5. Dragon Ball Z Fusion Dance. Dragon Ball Z has been a great success, and it is considered the king of the animes, because above the big three is the Dragon Ball series that sits on its own throne. Well, we owe it all to the great mind behind this masterpiece, the legendary Akira Toriyama. May his soul rest in peace. If you would like to know more about the man behind the Dragon Ball series, you can check it out on our channel, as we made a tribute video dedicated to him and his masterpieces. We are all familiar with the bulky bodies of the characters of this anime. They exceed the expectations of what manliness should be. Most of them are Giga Chad ready to give you a punch that will make you stay in a hospital with several broken bones. That being said, it is so weird that they have these very cringy cute steps when they combine themselves. Goku and Vegeta are two of the toughest Giga Chads in the Dragon Ball series, and seeing them do this kind of ish is truly weird humor that is off the charts. Perhaps this is a scene that many fans did not see coming from a mile away. The perfect element of cringe blends well with this cringy moment, making this part of our weirdest anime scene list. Nonetheless, we cannot deny the fact that this scene from the Dragon Ball series is remarkably iconic. You may no longer watch anime as you grow older, but this scene will surely linger in your mind. A quick pause, but don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. 4. Rude's Holy Relic. Isekai animes are one of the most awaited anime series by many fans. Despite the common cliches in this genre of anime fans can't stop loving them because they are the perfect blend of reality and fantasy. Oftentimes, the main characters are males who had miserable lives when they are still living on Earth. They continue living a boring life until Truck-kun comes their way and claims their lives. Then, they wake up in a fantasy world with the memories of their past lives and overpowered abilities. Jobless reincarnation is one good example of this. This anime contains one of the weirdest scenes in anime history. Rudeus worships his holy relic, also known as the underwear of Roxy, on its shrine. If this is not weird enough, there is a scene where Rudeus calms down from overwhelming emotions using his holy relic. Number 3. REM Giving Birth to Krebscomb. Anime loves the idea of sealing a monster inside the body of a human being. A good example of this is Kurama, or the 9-tailed fox inside Naruto's body. However, in the anime How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, a lowly cat girl named Rem is the vessel for the demon lord Krebscomb. There is a scene in the anime where Diablo and Rem undergo the ritual to extract the demon lord from the body of Rem. We cannot definitely go into details with ritual, but you can watch it on your own accord. Everything that happened in that Starfall Tower is definitely weird and sus at the same time. Adding to the weirdness of that scene is extracting a demon lord whose goal is to eat all the biscuits in the world instead of destroying and annihilating mankind. Runner-up number 2. Chimera scene in Full Metal Alchemist. The term Chimera has come to describe any mythical or fictional creature with parts taken from various animals. It is also used to describe anything composed of disparate parts or perceived as wildly imaginative, implausible, or dazzling. In other words, a chimera can be any hybrid creature. While this sounds pretty cool and amazing, it is not always the case. In the anime Full Metal Alchemist, when Tucker reveals to the Elric brothers that he has finally managed to create another speaking chimera, Edward quickly perceives that Tucker has bypassed the impediments of artificially creating a being capable of comprehending and vocalizing speech. What makes this scene weird and scary is the fact Tucker alchemically merges a live human with an animal. In this case, his daughter, Nina, and their family dog, Alexander. They need to hide Tucker under the jail for this one. Glorious number 1. Hisoka's weird obsession with Gon, Hunter X. Hunter is an excellent series, and Hisoka is one of the most intriguing characters within its universe. However, his bloodlust for Gon and battle is a little too close for comfort, to say the least. The magician gets so worked up over fighting the strongest opponents in the series that he becomes visibly excited in an exaggerated manner. It's not the typical excitement that you see from typical menace when they are facing great enemies. The face will define what kind of excitement it is, which Hisoka's is extremely weird. He will also sporadically appear naked when you least expect it. On top of that, Hisoka's disturbing infatuation with the protagonist Gon lays on a lot of weird. Oftentimes, Hisoka mentions that he won't kill the young boy because he's not ripe enough. What the hell does he mean by ripe enough, right? It is rather promoting some sort of stuff that is not applicable for young audiences. Long story short, nearly every Hisoka appearance is bound to be awkward. That said, if you are still a kid, you simply wouldn't want your parents anywhere near the screen if the jester is in the episode. They will definitely think that you are watching something strange and probably ask you to turn it off. Well, no one can blame them. But the show's so good, even with Hisoka's weird antics. To sum it up though, whether something is considered strange or not is always a matter of opinion. We do, however, undoubtedly share a common understanding of what constitutes weird. As anime enthusiasts, we still reserve the right to you to declare whether or not an anime character or his actions are strange. This ends our video about the top 10 weirdest scenes in anime history. Do you have anything to add to this list or any topics that you want us to feature on our next video? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to give us a like and smash that subscribe button.